For me? Yeah, I'm gonna drink the rest of it. Okay, guys, I'm back. Yeah, because I didn't want to misconstrue those things. And actually, let's go ahead and do this. All right, I'm gonna give you guys a couple of minutes to get in here. Give me a second. I'm gonna mute until y'all get in here because I got some stuff I need to discuss with my spirits. Give me a second. Okay, guys, so we're gonna talk about this. Thank you for the love. Y'all already over here showing me some love. Make sure that you guys hit that thumbs up. Let's talk about the demon of patriarchy and what and how it was trying to affect women. Let's talk about it. So, the demon of patriarchy, it attacked women from all angles because it's desperate for control and power over everything and everybody. Okay, including that with come from the woman. So this demon of patriarchy, it has been trying to affect women and their housing. Okay, yes it has. That's why a lot of y'all women been having problems in that area. It's been trying to affect your money and it's been trying to affect your self-esteem. I destroyed the demon of patriarchy last night. We destroyed the demon of poverty last night. Do you understand me? I do real magic over here. Now, it took a little while because of the agenda that especially in the black community. Because what happened was that a lot of the narcissistic, black mothers like my mother, she kind of wanted a roommate. Oh, well, your father, it didn't work out with your father. So, that means that I need for you to kind of replace my husband. So that's what we've been kind of dealing with when it comes to our mothers. Okay. Oh, Mama Kali Ma and Yemi Ya was tag teaming that dude. Tag teaming him. I was tearing him up. That's what I was supposed to do. I do what I'm supposed to do. I do what my spirits tell me to do. And sometimes all it takes is my words, but I got some other stuff going over there. I'll show you guys a little bit later. Some real work, some work from Yemi Ya. Okay. Oh, I shut it down. I got his hangout shut down. But you know what? He probably been getting flagged. I've been flagging him. I've been flagging every one of Mike Mills's hangouts for the past 3 months. So I don't know if his entire channel is flagged, but I know that StreamYard account is messed up. Just like his Blog Talk Radio account is messed up because he uses social media to try to hurt people. And I destroyed him. And I don't have to say that I did that by myself, but I will tell you that it was a struggle because of the many women that were fighting against me instead of with me. And that is a problem. Because what I did and what I accomplished, because literally they were literally blocking us from everything. Because this man wanted me to move in with his mama and he was like, move in with my mother. Why would I move in with your mama? Why would I do that, dude? Why? And then he kept telling people I was broke. You know what? Yeah, I don't have 20, 30,000 saved up in the bank. I wish I did. But I'm going to get it. And I always do. Don't know, a lot of people think that men automatically deserve respect. Why? Those men are being dishonest with you. First of all, Mike Mills really doesn't like women. Haven't you noticed that most of the people over there, they hate women and children? So how did I get, tied up with these people? How did I get tied up with those people? Because it was a battle. And they were the vessels and the unfortunate souls. Mike Mills shouldn't be able to show his face publicly again. I literally destroyed one of his minions on his channel. Nobody respects them for anything. They don't respect themselves, okay? First of all, women deserve respect. We deserve kindness. We deserve, even these women that, y'all notice how all those women in the black sector, they enjoy being roasted. They enjoy being roasted. You can tell that they love abuse. They were really trying to program me. I'm like, dude, I am a goddess. I probably used to be Queen Sheba. Yeah, that's why I like cats. Yeah. Who you like? If what's your name? And you know what? You can tell these people are punks because Miss London will never give me her real name. If you're not afraid of my witchcraft, drop your name in the chat and test me and try me. Give me your real name. I challenge all of my enemies to give me their real name. And if you really want to get crazy, if you really want to be brave, since you say, witchcraft don't have no power, I want all of y'all to send me your hair. All of the enemies. Send me your full name. That's what I was going to go back on there and say. Hey, while you're talking all that stuff, I can't shut you up. Okay. Send me a lock of your hair. Give me your real name. They're not going to do it because they already know that either it's, they probably running from the law. And y'all should have did y'all get it recorded? See if y'all should have been recording. Did y'all record? You could tell it was very spiritual because you could hear the goddess. You could hear the goddess, and I bought about a storm. I was doing such powerful magic last night that I bought about a storm. And Yemi Ya, and I will never reveal, to be honest with you, she don't even really want to show you the ritual that I did. To be honest with you. But I did a very, very powerful ritual with Yemi Ya. Okay? And Oya showed up because we had a thunderclap. Like I was doing my ritual. And so I laid down in the bed and I was sitting here watching like my little videos and stuff because I like to watch videos like, you know what I'm saying? And so I was laying here in the bed and stuff. And all of a sudden I could hear the rain. Like I actually bought on the rain. Like they literally. And you know what? What makes me mad is people that use religion and spirituality to judge people, but they don't really believe. If you notice, I feel like a lot of religious people, they don't really believe. And it's some of these spiritualists out here, they just throwing names out there. They don't really believe in these deities. When you truly believe in them, that's when you can manifest because they will go to work for you. Yemi Ya acted a fool last night, and she is very proud of me. Do you understand me? Yemi Ya is proud of me, awarded me for what I did last night. And then everybody sitting up here trying to act like, I wouldn't have done it like that. So I basically did a ritual live, took his show down, and then destroyed all of his demons at the same time. Because if you noticed, Miss London, who's supposed to be Miss Baddie Bad, She sure did hurry up and mute that camera. She muted it because she know I know what's up. She know my spirit tell me everything. That was spirit that was reading her. She needed to be read because she ain't about nothing. Normally, I don't even come at a sister like that, but she was on there calling my daughter all kind of names and stuff. We ain't supposed to be doing stuff like that. And to be honest with you, if you want that kind of entertainment, you know, I mean, I don't see how people want that kind of entertainment. I enjoy seeing some of those people in the black sector get what they obviously deserve. But when somebody tells people, look, I don't want to be involved in y'all reindeer games, and you kind of are forced to do it because people contacting your family and people contacting your peeps, and people taking out loans in your name, people screwing up your credit, people committing fraud with your name. Okay? Did everything in their power to try to stop me, but the one thing that they couldn't do it is that they really couldn't do it magically. Not really. Not really. All they did was ran their mouth and talked a good game. Game ain't got nothing to do with spirit, does it? You ain't got no control over nobody. Okay? He flashing money all of a sudden. Anti-ADOS guy. He flashing money all of a sudden because that's his cousin's money. Because if his wife did get an income tax, it would be from earned income credit. Nobody has gotten any earned income credit. Mike Mills don't make money like that. He don't have money like that. He may have a little small amount he can contribute, but he definitely don't make as much money as me. So last night after I got done making that last voodoo doll, I do all of my work. See, your enemies can send you back in time using certain liquid substances. Your enemy can send you back in time. So if you're going backwards doing Mercury retrograde, then maybe your enemy making you do that. Because if you're not moving forwards at all time and advancing and growing, that's what you're supposed to do. We're not supposed to stunt. The growth ain't supposed to be stunted. Okay, guys, I'm back. My phone was running hot. The heck? Okay. My phone was running hot and it'll shut down when it's running hot. So I'm going to get off of here in a minute. But, the demon of patriarchy is destroyed. That's it. You have done enough to women and children. You have done enough. Seriously. Because they don't want us to advance forward. You think they want good people like me to go forward? No, they don't. So that they can turn the whole world evil. You think I'm going to let that happen? Okay, y'all, I got to let this phone cool down. So I have it sitting on top of my, this is my mortar and pestle. Because when you sit phones and laptops and stuff, when you sit them on like cloth, or when you like sit them on the bed, some of them can run hot. So my phone does do that, and the laptop does that too. So you're not supposed to sit stuff. You're supposed to sit it on like a wood surface or like a glass surface or something. You're not supposed to sit it on cloth, especially when you're using it for like live streaming, because when you go on live stream on your phone, I guess it would cause your processor in your phone to work harder, which could possibly make it, phones don't have like an internal fan. So they have to, some people buy, cooling pads for their phones or whatever in their laptops anyway. So, a man is not more powerful than you. A group of people is not more powerful than you. Like I know, I'm sure it was a lot of people out there. No, Don't tell them your good news. They're going to try to mess it up. They can't mess it up. Like, y'all so scary about everything. Oh, she tell too much of her business. I wouldn't have told them nothing. I would have just waited and so and so and so. No, when you have good news, when you have good energy available, and when you know that God is turning things around, you testify immediately. You don't have to go and wait. I'm gonna wait 10 days before I go and say anything. And we all know that they gonna think of something to try to harness my energy tonight. They already scheming and plotting and planning. We gonna have to get some of her energy because God, her spirits are really blessing her. Okay, y'all, let's go ahead and go. This is what we gonna do. They got a little house mama and shit. Your mama is my student. Your mother is my student. And the reason why they're going to do it is because people like Mike are jealous because nobody has approved him for anything. In fact, if he applied for something, he'd immediately get turned down because of his record and his bad energy. Not to mention he projects everything off onto everybody else. Because I've had enough. And I'll destroy all of what he had because it needs to be destroyed. Kali Ma, not I. Kali Ma is destroying the crap that Mike Mills built. And they building my house right now. You see what I'm saying? That's all it is to it. His ex-wife got 2 kids still under 18. She got a tax loan. They don't give $5,000 in tax loans. You can't get no $5,000 tax loan. Probably the maximum you could get is about $3,000 or $4,000. I believe that that's not even his money at all in any kind of way. He's at his mama's house. He was broke, and Mike probably got foreclosed on in December. Something happened that Mike ain't telling nobody. Because that's why, look, if Mike's life was going good, do you think that he would have been harassing me all throughout the holidays? Don't you think he just would have been with his family? The dude is miserable. I bet you that dude didn't even have enough money to move his furniture out of that house. Because I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he'll go live from the kitchen, from the same kitchen. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's what he'll do. But something's up with that. He's very secretive and he's a liar. The platform that he built, any of you men that done built a platform off of the woman's back, off of whipping the woman like your slave, this year y'all gonna be messed up in the game. Because I can guarantee you that whatever goddess is ready to snatch your stuff down because you built it on a house of cards, oh, that Titanic is gonna sink. And it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, you just got to have your heart in the right place. You don't just automatically win because you're a man. You don't just automatically win because of your race. You don't automatically just win because of your parents and what they, I look, I've been living my life and winning all my life, and my parents ain't really done nothing for me. I take care of myself primarily. All those lies and rumors where people were saying, oh, her mother took care of her. That my mama ain't never took care of me like that. She may have done things for me, but it wasn't like it wasn't an exchange of energy. And it wasn't even an even exchange of energy to come to think of it. So I'm just letting you guys know that. And we strong over here. We don't sit down and be quiet for nobody. If you want somebody to come on here and be fake and be like, oh my God, hello, love and light. No, we got to go to war sometimes because this demon of patriarchy was trying to create homelessness in the lives of hundreds of millions of women and their children. You know what? I had all kind of clients. Look, My clients got blessed before I did. And guess what? I was happy for them. Not once did that jealous spirit come up. I done had all kind of clients saying, Jamila, I moved. It was because of what you did for me. Jamila, I love you. And I was like, yes, because that is what gives me my power, knowing that I can make those differences in people's lives. That's what I'm here for. And to be honest with you, a lot of our parents turned us to the dark side. They sold us to the dark side. There's an angel of patriarchy. But this demon of patriarchy, that's a low level, that don't have nothing to do with the real divine masculine, because I know who the divine masculine is, because he is constantly in my life doing for me and making sure that I have everything that I need, along with the divine feminine energy. So, whenever you get through, those demons are done when it comes to over here at Divine Services. Okay? Because I think Mike Mills tried to do some kind of spell to make somebody approve him with bad credit, because instead of him paying off his credit, he decided, oh, I'm going to try to do a spell and try to guilt people or shame people into approving me. And he still didn't get approved. That's why he probably at his mama house. He in a little cooped up space. I can tell that something is up with that, or it's going to be happening soon. Remember when he told y'all, oh, she's going to be homeless in a couple of months? What a disgusting demon to wish that on a mother and kids. And then sit up there and make jokes. Oh, what's wrong? You starving? It's almost like y'all mocking those children over in Africa with bloated bellies and they ribs showing. You know what? You may not care about those children that are struggling, but my spirits do. We take care of everybody. We take care of all. And we trying. We really are trying. You know what I'm saying? You said you would love to beat him up for me. Yes, it was Jay Jones. She is over lightning and storms. And I did conjure her last night. But Yemi Ya, she has a very fiery temper. Like, Yemi Ya is one of the sweetest people ever. And you know what? She will take stuff and she will let stuff go and she will let stuff go. But when she has had enough, she will explode. And I am her child. You know what I'm saying? And so, she's very, very powerful. She's connected with the mermaids, which, if you guys know about mermaid legend, mermaids are actually very powerful creatures of the sea. A lot of people don't realize, okay, Yemi Ya is depicted as a mermaid. A lot of people have debated on if mermaids exist. They find mermaid sightings everywhere. People are very skeptical of it. I believe in mermaids because that's Yemi Ya. Her power is so strong. She said, I'm going to fix this for you. I'm going to show you exactly what to do. So that's why when I do work for you, sometimes I do customized spell work for you guys, because it ain't always a cookie cutter ritual that you need. Now, what I was going to tell you guys is the reason why you're still cursed. We're going to talk about that today, because somebody was asking me. Okay. Somebody was asking me, and I think I might come back from a separate hangout and talk about that. But we'll start off the discussion of saying that there are certain elements that you need to know about truly breaking a hex. That's the reason why so many people can't break them, because there's some practitioners out here, boy, they will hex the mess out of you. And you know what? It's usually because of your own ignorance. You know what I'm saying? Seriously, like most people that are truly hexed, they doing stuff like Mike Mills is doing. They doing stuff like Cat Smith is doing. They doing stuff like my mother is doing. They doing stuff like Tiffany's doing. Okay, those are the people that are hexed. And they go into these dirty practitioners thinking that them practitioners are going to cleanse them of it. And it ain't going to happen. There's a lot of elements to a hex remover. First of all, you have to have a connection with the spirit realm. If you don't have a connection with the spirit realm, and if you don't, that first of all, you cannot be afraid of demons and subservient to them. So there's a lot of witches that, their talent might be cursing people. Their talent might be pushing people into cursing themselves. That might be their talent. But removing it, ain't gonna happen. And they'll advertise it, but they can't do it. They can't remove it. Also, you got to know about contracts. You got to know about demonic contracts. You have to have access to that demon, be able to conjure it, and then survive breaking that hex, and then also working on the client, because you have to remove the elements of the hex from the client's life. So it's not just like, like what people think it is. It's a very complicated and intricate process to do that. And if you don't have somebody that's willing to risk their life, then you go into the wrong person. Because curses are very real. Generational curses are very real. Okay? So, and as soon as I began to work on removing that generational curse, who I was chained to was the demon of poverty, the demon of patriarchy, okay, and then the demon of lies. So when you're able to break those chains, you know what I'm saying? And so for me, I'm like, why is it that, we can't just all get along? Why is that? Why you got to be out in social media talking about somebody's mama, talking about somebody's kid? After you done talked about somebody's kid for 5 years, you might as well naturally expect somebody to talk about your mama or somebody that you know. And it ain't that they talking about them in the same way. They just telling you what is. If you're not ready to take the heat, then get out of the kitchen. Because a lot of people, you know what I can't stand, which is how I know that all of my enemies were never a match for me, is all of the victim playing that they did. If them people were really my match, would they have had to play victim? Would they have had to pretend to be a victim if they were all powerful? People that are powerful don't have to play victim. Do people that are powerful have to play victim? No, they don't. If you're so powerful, you can just destroy somebody without making up stuff about them. You wouldn't put yourself at risk. Why would you put yourself at risk by telling lies on people? That's going to give you bad karma. If you're doing black magic and you want to destroy somebody and do baneful magic against them, just do the magic. The lies are going to erase your magic. There is no magic in a lie. Magic is very real. A lot of people don't actually believe in it because they can't see what you can see. They can't see it. So at the end of the day, as a woman, I am not bound to any man. I do what I want to do. I don't have to go along with society standards. And what woman ever got anything done by being good and polite? Not many. You gotta make some waves, especially when it's depending on what you're doing. Because see, for me, I was making a way for single mothers. That's what I've been doing this whole time because it's been unfair. The attacks against us. It's been very unfair. The judgment, the patriarchal, the religious judgment and abuse that they have put onto single mothers. It's disgusting because we refuse to have men around in our lives to dumb down our children. Because that's all you men do sometimes, is dumb down the children. Now, if you're a good father, then you're a good father. But then again, if I would have been dealing with any good fathers the past few years, would I be having this conversation? Why would I be on here talking about a good father? We dealing with the bad ones, the ones that are really, really bad, the ones that's leaving these children in hunger and sickness and poverty and death, and then going to their buddies and laughing about it, and then saying, oh, my baby mama don't want to give me none of her sex anymore. So I want her life to be destroyed completely. Oh, you're not going to get away with it. Okay, you're not going to get away with it. So, it is what it is. If y'all want to bow down and cower down to these men, any man, I don't care who he is. I don't care if I met, what's his name? Prince Charles himself. I'm not going to bow to them. I mean, unless they going to bow to me too. I'm not going to walk up to him and I'll be, oh my God, no. So, it is what it is. I love to prove people wrong. Because they all told you, like, I can just about imagine. They all told you that I would fail. And you believed it. And then you said, well, we might as well just go along with what these evil men are doing because we can't do anything about it. And then Jamila went all the way against the grain. Not only did I go against the grain, but I removed the grain. And I dug all the way down to the root and I replanted it. I replanted the seeds. There should be no way that a woman should have to deal with all that struggle in her life and all of that judgment for any reason. I don't care if a man's saying something. And you know what? Y'all will give a man credit for what a woman does. Y'all will lie on a woman and give a man credit for what she did. And it just is crazy. So at the end of the day, again, we are on the winning team at the end of the day. You know why? Because we're honest, because we're fair, because we're angels, because we're empaths, because we're powerful. We're more powerful than some sick made up stuff that was meant to only reduce the population and lead people to destruction, lead to human suffering. And that's okay though, because you know what? I went through a little bit of suffering the past 5 years, but that was my sacrifice. You understand me? For this world. And I've sacrificed enough. I was willing to go through the storm with my people that have been harmed, that have been ran out of their homes, that have been denied everything that they were supposed to have, that have been messed with, psychically attacked, harassed, tried to frequencies being thrown at them so that people can mess with their mind. Y'all act like y'all was running for president. Y'all treated me. Some of y'all treated me worse than they treated Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton was having seizures and stuff all up there. Boy, they was really messing with her. So they said, we're going to have to poor Hillary Clinton. I mean, she was going through it when she was trying to run for office. They put a bunch of black magic on her. And when they elected Trump, it seemed like things did get more sexist. But I bet you Trump is going to start changing his tune. The president is in control by witches, in my opinion. In my humble opinion. Okay. So, I just really honestly don't appreciate the lies that were told on me, and the fact that because it was a man and the demon turned men into enemies, they turned us against each other. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to allow the man to destroy me just because I may not want that situation going on. Maybe I don't want to be treated like that by him. But you know what? If that's the way he going to act, then that's just the way that it is. We ready for whatever you got to bring to us. We ready for everything you got to bring to us at this point. Because y'all not going to do no more women like that. Y'all got these poor women running around here just, man, it's sad. It's sad, man. And you know what? It's sad when you see women going against other women. What I tell y'all about that? I had a patriarchal woman last night. Oh, I just want to smack you. Oh, I just want to smack you, Jamila. A patriarchal zombie. A woman. A woman threatening to beat up another woman for a man that ain't worth 5 pennies right now. He's worth 5 nickels, which is 25 cents, right? That's 25 cents. That's what he's worth. All men that are patriarchal demon zombies, y'all are worthless to us. All y'all do is bring us struggle. All y'all do is bring us arguments and stress. Don't nobody want to. That's why do you think women are walking away from the church? Why do you think women are taking their power back? I took all my power back. Oh, we took it all back. The spine and everything. So don't play with us, man. You know, we women over here that we don't take that crap. We don't take stuff lying down. Because we scared. We stand up. We stand up. And you know what? If they say we not ladies, okay. You know, who are you to set the standards of how a lady should act? Oh, trust me, anti-ADOS guy. He's beaten. You could tell by the way he reacted to what I was saying to him last night. He's beaten. You know what I'm saying? He's just as low as they come at this moment. And we don't need your money. Women do not need your money. Stop talking like that about women. We have our own money. Do you understand me? Stop doing that to women. Stop treating women like they incapable. Stop trying to be oppressive to women, period. It's disgusting. It's a waste of time and energy. You're not going anywhere either. All that crap that these men did, they are nowhere, they back where they started, which is at their mama's house. And you do what you got to do. You choose your path. If you want to say, well, I got to do this, if whatever decision you have to make for yourself, but many of us don't have that option. Many of us are being challenged and led by our spirits, aren't we? Yes, Melissa, I'm telling you. And you know why? When that guy, that crazy RLI guy, would call me and be like, nobody's gonna rent to you. You have a credit score of 500. Nobody. That's a programming. That's a programming. It's ridiculous. And you know what? I was sitting here and asked myself, like, why are they so obsessed with? And that is because they want to do that. That's a very powerful way of controlling women. If you can control their housing. Why do y'all think I walked away from all that? And you know what? That's okay. They can continue to help people. I'm going to help every woman get her stuff together. I'm going to really, really help women. I'm not going to help men be patriarchal towards women. Are you crazy? You think I'd ever be on Mike Mills's platform going against a woman for him unless that woman was telling lies on me and bearing false witness against me? I'm not going to go and degrade innocent women on Mike Mills's platform or take his side. I'm always on the side of the woman because the women and the children are the ones that are in danger. Because you know what? That strength card represents, maybe it is a thing that maybe you're not as physically strong as a man. But what if you are? And who are men to say something is wrong with that? Who are they to say that they should just be able to beat you at a chess game just because you're a woman, or a boxing match, or any other sport? Who are they to say that physically and mentally you're not strong enough? They're not. They don't make up the rules. You make up your own individual rules. Now, I personally am not interested in playing sports. I like to play volleyball. I've actually played miniature golf before. I kind of like that. But, I like to fish and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I like going fishing, which is supposed to be a man's sport. It belongs to the man. Everything enjoyable belongs to the man, including sex, including freedom. And that's not what we're doing. We're not doing that. So, so hit the thumbs up if you are happy about the demon of patriarchy being demonetized. We destroyed, demonetized, and ripped that thing to shreds. That demon of patriarchy is at the bottom of the sea to never have any power over anything again. Because that don't make no sense. It didn't make no sense. It took that whole, I'm a man thing too far. Didn't y'all notice that men just all of a sudden, I'm going to make you lose your job? You know that Mike Mills actually told me that me and my children didn't deserve to eat because of the way that I talked to him. He said, you were disrespectful to me, so you don't deserve nothing to eat. Maybe you'll lose some weight, is what he told me. You see, we can't have no man like that having no control over no woman. And they actually thought that this fool who's shorter than me could have control over me. No man can have any control over you unless you give him that power and control. Unless he's actually ornery enough to hold a gun to your head. Okay. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you. So, they running around here mad like in that last hangout that I did. I got like 10 unknown calls because for some reason there's this dude. I think it's RLI. I personally think it's somebody that knows Mike Mills. These dudes spend their day all day trying to control women, but literally they are complete frauds. Because a man that's about his paper, you think I'm dealing with successful businessmen right now? You think the demon of patriarchy is successful? Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Yep. And you know what? What I don't understand is how somebody that is obviously a piece of waste dump can have so much. Oh, she works for Cat. Well, you know what? Right, exactly, Jackie Jones, because being himself is way too painful. Nobody told you to sit around for the past 10 years and do nothing. And he bought it on himself, didn't he? Oh, how a woman gonna have more than me? That's what they be thinking. They always thinking, how you gonna be a woman and you have more than me? Because I work for it. Because I put my head, because I put my thoughts together and I got it together and I did it. Now why can't you do it? Instead of them going and doing what they got to do, they sitting over there trying to figure out what they can do to tear me down and try to rain on my parade. Well, you know what? You ain't got control over the rain, do you? You can't rain on my parade if you can't control the rain. And please believe that I do have Native American ancestors too, and I don't nearby work with them as much, but I think that they are always there. That Native American spirit. You know, y'all know the Native Americans, they live, the people. My uncle told me that we are descendants of the Indian tribe called the Trail of Tears, or what's the name of that, guys? You have to remind me because he told me a couple of times and it kind of slipped my mind. But you know, we were a part of the tribe that had to walk, you know, miles and miles and miles in the harsh winter. You know what I'm saying? When we were thrown out of our, you know, of our places that we built in our businesses, and we were, we had to. It's a whole history behind it. You guys can go look it up. It was one of the worst cases in history. You know that? So I have very strong spirits to where I can survive anything. And that's what I did. And I want to share that because when God brought me into this world, that's my only purpose. And also to live life and enjoy life and have children. But my purpose was to come down here and help women. And help everybody, help the world. That's something that I truly believe in. Yeah. Because they lazy. Yeah, the Trail of Tears. Yeah. You know what doesn't make any sense? Why does he have to do everything negative? If he wanted to read the cards, then why didn't he just do it? That's how you can tell it's disingenuous. He just gonna do it because I'm doing it. And then also, I feel like, ain't it weird? Like that's kind of effeminate to me. I think that if he was really, really, if he was into it, but you know, I want him to do it, Jackie, because he's right about spirits being in them cards. That boy can't handle no spirits. He don't know nothing about no protection. I don't believe that he really knows about spiritual work, because if he really had his own protection as a man, he's been basically hiding out in my womb. He's been like literally, you know how the uterus is shaped like a pear, and it's got the fallopian tubes. Like he been holding on to them like life jackets or something. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, and then he tried to use me for validation. Oh, her son kept calling me daddy. He ain't never called you daddy. He lied about that. Like he was trying to make himself more important to my family than me, while sitting up here trying to take from me and then give it to another woman, is basically what he's doing, or what he thought he was doing. Yeah, you know what, Jackie? That sounds about right. 2 years sounds about right. That sounds about right. Well, Jackie, ain't nobody gonna buy his service if he just does reading after reading after reading on Jamila. Yeah, yeah, man. And I just been being patient and stuff, and hey, even if you're a witch, you know, you still have to qualify for these places. I mean, you can't just sit up here and say, "Oh, I'm gonna somehow." No, just because get your stuff together, and pay off your debt, and then things will start happening for you. Now, unless you're renting from a private landlord, You know, men will purposely try to mess up your credit, keep you down, want to fight you at work, call up to your job. That's terrible. Bye bye patriarchy. I mean, you can sit there and be in a delusion if you want, if you a man, and be stuck in your head thinking certain things and trying to limit other people. But at the same time, you gonna limit yourself. And while you sitting up there stuck in that patriarchy, let me tell you something. All patriarchal men end up alone. These men don't. That's how that demon leads them. That's why you can tell they get divorced. Their wives leave them. Their girlfriends leaves them. Don't know man, them men don't know men, don't know women stand by, and the children can't stand those kind of men too. Because what they do is they work against nourishing and nurturing of the family. Because they're automatically taking the woman out of her element. If you're constantly being down on a woman, how is she gonna truly manifest her nurturing energy for her family? This is so backwards. That's why Spirit put me up here in y'all face so that y'all could see that. And stop not believing in yourself as a woman. Yes, Jackie Jones. Yes, ma'am. Jackie Jones says, so I saw the father to the youngest mixed one. Do you think he took the bitterness from his ex-wife and put it onto you? Absolutely. A lot of these men have been taking out their anger and frustration on me because they thought nobody cared about me. Well, what you talking about? Like, they become sadly mistaken. Tried to make me an outsider. Yeah, I am outside of that. I'm so far outside of that. In fact, I'm working on that. Give me a minute and I'm going to beat that. And, I don't mind sacrificing this image to men of, oh, I'm just so docile and, just so, classy or whatever. No, you think that those women in the Amazon jungle, you think they was worried about being classy? You think any woman that had to fight a man for her own life, you think she was worried about being classy? No, she wasn't worried about that. She went to war. And they tried to. I was watching Kill Bill the other night. Very, very good movie for you women to watch. It's a bad time for y'all to, you know what? Love yourself. If you want to manifest love, that's fine. We're still doing the Valentine's Day ritual. But y'all gonna have to love yourself in order for you to manifest a man that's even gonna do you right. Then also, y'all got to cut down. Part of the reason why Uma Thurman, had that sword in her hand. Look at the symbolism of that movie. You are not, us women were not supposed to go backwards. We weren't. And yeah, there's a lot of ladies and witches that are married. Good for them. I'll dance at your wedding anniversary. Good for you. But that's not the case for all women. And y'all not just gonna say we trash just because we didn't want to stay with some abusive, disgusting, verbally abusive, mentally abusive man. Okay, that don't know his head from his butt. I guess he put him on YouTube so carelessly because it's not his real biological. Well, everybody done already seen his kids. You can go to his wife's Facebook page. She's not hiding her kids. And she shouldn't have to. Mike is just a negative person. And I also wish his wife the best. I don't have nothing against that lady. I really feel bad for her. Who y'all need to be, feeling bad for is his ex-wife. Because he used to talk to me about her. And he was saying, yeah, she about to sell the house. And she was trying to put me out, is what he told me. The ex-wife was trying to sell the house up underneath him. And that's probably what she ended up doing. Who knows? He was saying, well, she said she gonna get an apartment. She ain't gonna make it. That's exactly like that's your baby mama. Why would you curse her like that? And I knew what kind of man he was. If you would wish bad on the mother of your children, why would I think you gonna do right by me? And then he said that I went to the color purple. I ain't never told that man if he do right by, well, he is gonna fail. Everything in his life was already failing. Mm-hmm. So, guys, men like that, when they start to target you, it can be gang. Like I was dealing with gang stalking. And gang stalking is meant to destroy the victim. But see, your mind gotta be strong to where you don't even feel like a victim. And it's been those cleanses and it's been that work I've been doing. So, y'all make sure y'all take heed to that, because I had to explain, to a black man last week. I told him that I was a witch, and he said, ma'am, he said, you ain't no witch, ma'am. Don't say that. I said, yeah, I am, and I'm proud of it. See, what you don't realize that if it wasn't for witchcraft, our people would probably still be in slavery. But you know what? Most of our people are still enslaved in our minds. Most people are still enslaved in their minds. So, and it is what it is, you guys. I mean, and it's gonna hurt them even more the day I move up in there. So I gotta go, y'all. Hey, get your consultations because my spirits is acting a fool. And I realized that my so-called competition, when I do my money work, I don't do my money work to take from nobody. So every dime that I make is because I was meant to make it. So I don't take from nobody. So I think that's why they get all upset, when I start running specials and stuff, because they like, she's going to take some clients from us. We got to stop her. Or either they'll try to steal energy and clients from you. I make money even when it doesn't matter. I can manifest with negative and positive energy. Y'all have saw me do it. I have shown y'all the alchemy. Now, I do have some classes coming up, guys. When I've been waiting so patiently to get into my place, because we've got a lot of new products being announced. And then also I'll be able to get in the classes because I'll have privacy and I'll have some peace and quiet. Okay. So y'all got to learn about alchemy. I had one of these men try to lecture me one time when I was on Mike Mills's platform, talking about, man, you need to make this stuff work for you. You need to make this stuff work for you. You sitting up here letting them. I said, wait a minute. How do you know what I got working and what I got going on for me? Why? Because you keep listening to this man that keep lying to you. Because when we first moved out of that house, we were doing pretty good to get out of that house. So that's why I was telling y'all, you don't just sit down and stay in a dangerous building, or a sick house just because it's Mercury retrograde. Come on now, that ain't what they meant. If it's something that's harming you, get out now. And maybe that door will open. How do y'all know that during Mercury in retrograde, doors ain't opening for you? How you know that ain't the most heightened time of the door opening? How you know that? How you know that wasn't somebody else's curse? That when Mercury went into retrograde, all of a sudden they were affected negatively by all this illusion. And why would you let illusion hurt you or harm you? You supposed to be the magician. You supposed to be in charge. Oh, you talking about his, yeah, Listen, I understand if the dude has money problems and if he doesn't have any other way of making money, but the fact that you try to destroy my family and make us your sacrifices. Oh no, I'm gonna switch that around on you. You see this card? That's alchemy. You see these three pentacles at the top of this person's head? This is alchemy that he's doing. You see how he has? I want y'all to look at this. You see this card? This is from the Witch's Tarot deck. What are you seeing in this photo? You're seeing a pentagram. You're seeing a pentagram and you're seeing a candle with smoke that's going up and around those pentacles that are above his head. So that's almost like a crown. It's his vision growing, okay? Then you've got this right here. He's got a potion. Why is it green? Why is it green? Why is he writing something down? He's writing a petition. In fact, he's writing a petition over a pentagram. Okay? So he's focused. That's why he's looking like that, because he's focused. And you see how it's a black man? So black men always think, I'm a black man and y'all always down on us. That's not true. I'm very positive when it comes to everybody. This is called positive energy. Okay? And you see that smoke? That is, where's the smoke coming from? The smoke looks like it could be coming from the candle. I don't see an incense. So the smoke is actually the energy of that candle, which is why it's gold. Okay? And so that intent is being emitted into the air. He's putting it up there. You see what I'm saying? That's why it's almost in a circle. You got all this negative energy behind them. You see all that darkness that's coming up behind them? What is all this? That says me. Is what it says. That's his will. Because that's why it's sitting at the root chakra. So y'all see those words? I never noticed that before, but you can see all this darkness behind him. But he's creating that light. He's manifesting. Okay? Okay? He's not, Jackie, he's not sending me anything. I blocked Mike on Cashapp. You got to be careful about who you accept money from. I will never accept money from Mike. He stole money from me basically last year. He stole my organite spear too. Y'all know that spear that I had that's on his Facebook? He took a video of it. He stole that. I'll never, he can't even pay me back. I don't want nothing from him. He gonna have to go somewhere and get some real work done on him from somebody that know what they doing. Because I definitely got him cursed. Okay? I don't have to take it back. He stole it in the first place. Especially with him being disrespectful. He's the one that needs to humble himself because he kept asking me for money last year. But how you gonna tell somebody that they broke and you asking them for money? But they broke and you asking them for their money. So he's a fraud anyway. Everything he says is a lie. I don't want nothing from him. I blocked him from Cash App. I'd rather get my money from somewhere else. So I'm cool with it. I've never needed Mike to make money before. I told him one day, he was like, he said something. I said, dude, when have I ever needed you? And why is it that men have to, like, nobody wants to be with a man that has to feel like a woman needs him. Oh, I need you. Why would you want me to be needy? For what? I may need you for emotional support. I may need you for other things, but other than that, I'm going to be okay. I had money before I met Mike in person, and I'm going to have money afterwards. Mike Mills don't have the power to curse me. He don't even know nothing. No. That dude don't feel guilty. He feel guilty for what? You know what it needs to be? Perhaps, hey, let me tell you something. You know what it should have happened? But because of the glitch in the matrix, 3 months ago when I told Mike to skip on down the road, that's what he should have done. But he didn't. But he didn't. He had no right to interrupt me while I was practicing my religion and my spiritual beliefs under my constitutionally protected rights. He had no right to do nothing that he did. Instead of him just saying, okay, I'm going to move on with my life. Because if somebody tell me they don't want me, I'm going to say, okay. Deuces. Now he had to make a whole spectacle of himself. So all of that is irrelevant. He don't send me anything. He never done nothing for me like that. He act like he done dropped me thousands before. That boy, he can't do nothing for me. And even if he could, why would I want him to? I can do it for myself. He's not my man. Hey, let me tell y'all something. I don't even take money from men because of this reason. I don't, first of all, I shouldn't have to ask you for a dime. You should just give it. You should offer it. But you shouldn't necessarily take money from men. That can weaken you. I don't need him. You know how many women out there making it and ain't no man giving them nothing and they pretty? They act like every woman that's independent is ugly. That's why they call you ugly, because you're independent. They don't like you to be independent. And you want to talk about The Color Purple. First of all, that's one of my favorite movies. Color Purple is an amazing movie to watch as a woman. You will see the struggle of the woman and how she overcame it. Okay? How she overcame it. Y'all know that Miss Seeley, even though, Mr. He called her ugly, tried to mess up her self-esteem, she went on to open up her own business. Do you understand me? Now, he paid for it, but Mike don't support my business for his own stupid, ignorant, religious reasons, and then also for his stupid, demonic, patriarchal reasons. So Mr. gave her money and she took it, but I don't need his money. He don't. Y'all stop saying that. That dude has nothing to do with the care of me. He also tried to claim that he fed my family. You know how many times Mike Mills came over my house and ate dinner? So does that give me the right to go around the internet and say and tell lies about him and harass him and tell him you ate dinner at my house? He just don't want to let go. And he gonna have to, because he can't have me. It's over. And nobody can help him. Like, you can tell that black sector, they would love for me to get back with Mike only because they enjoy watching him exploit me. Because they're jealous of me and they want to see this man tear me down and think, y'all, and it was so crazy because, first of all, if you want to be treated with respect and dignity, you gonna have to give it. And those people disrespected me far before I responded. Mm-hmm. Oh, I bet she did. I would divorce him too. Ain't no woman gonna stay with him. And then they'll sit up here and say the only woman you can get is Jamila. That's the famous black sector statement. He didn't get me. And then also the psychosis in the black sector that Jamila is disgusting and ugly. That's all a fraud. That's fake. Because any of those men would probably love to take me out. But being that they're not of my caliber, because y'all, when I move into this house, oh my freaking God, everything about to happen. Everything. Okay? So, first of all, another thing about the donations. Why is it that every vlogger on here asks for donation and Patreons? Why is it that when Jamila does it, it's a big deal? Ask yourselves why. Okay, one reason is because they are ready to capitalize. Number two, they feel like I'm taking their money because they are professional bums. You tried to act like you had a big time platform where you get all these donations, Mike Mills, but you did it by picking on a family of people that never did anything to you ever. So again, you're a bum because of the way that you made your money. So nobody is a bum but you. I don't come on here and bum all the time. I come on here and do my work and say, come by readings and I get paid. But I have the right to ask for donations whenever I want. Don't I? So I don't have to be ashamed for asking for donations from my audience. You guys don't belong to Mike. Y'all are my audience. If you are subscribed to my readings, enjoying my content, that has nothing to do with Mike Mills. He cannot steal my shine. And I won't let him. So, and that's why I was so willing to fight. And at a time where I was supposed to be speaking out, a couple of people was telling me to be quiet. And I said, no, that's not what my spirits are telling me. So I trust in my spirits, even if I tell you something that don't seem right. Trust in yourself. Oh, trust me, it was meant for me to speak out yesterday and today, and I may have to do it tomorrow. Those women over on that platform are punishing themselves. That's why they hang around these men. And I don't hang around with none of them. In fact, the times that I went on their platforms, I just went on there to speak out for myself. But other than that, those women on that, all those women, first of all, I'm not in the black sector. Like they'll talk about me as if I'm in the sector. I'm not in y'all sector. I'm above y'all sector. Looking at y'all with a bird's eye view. And they were asking me, they were like, well, Jamila, why you try to act like you ain't down with us? Why you trying to act like you better than us? It ain't about that. It's about how childish and immature y'all are. It's about the fact that y'all not actually going anywhere. You just sitting around on the internet talking about it, but you ain't really made no advances forward. And I don't want to hang with that kind of crowd. I got that right. I never did hang out with people like that. Now, Tree TV, all of those men on his platform are going to betray Mike. Because right now they're only agreeing with his stupidity because they're trying to steal. If you notice, a lot of them will allow that. So they're just using Mike. He don't even know when he's being used. He's so silly. You think people really agree with that backwards crap that he has on his show? Where does that get them? It hasn't gotten them anywhere in life. You know what I'm saying? So when I come on here and give my good news, because you notice how Mike ain't never came back and said that he got approved, because he didn't. If you are living in your house, show it. And he said, well, I can't show it because these people are crazy. Mike Mills is the one that is doing all of the doc dropping. It's him, and first of all, him and LA are actually buddy. They are. They love each other. They're bros. They're bros. They put bros before hoes. You see what I'm saying? So even though they appear to be, their main target is to harm the women and the children. That's their main target, because they feel inadequacies as men. Period. Now, I think that obviously it's been that Mike Mills has done way much more than LA when it comes to the despicable, disgusting things that he said about children. But LA fully approves of what Mike is doing. He does. He's acting very covertly. So it is what it is. He has a daughter. Wait till your daughter start dating. I don't know why anybody would be afraid of Mike. I will tell you that I could see why, because his energy feels like a big black cloud. Y'all know that picture of Mike when he was bigger? Jackie, you know that picture of Mike when he was bigger? You know the one where he got the head on and it looks like he's sitting out on his deck? Mike was big. He was humongous, remember? That's his spiritual essence. That's what it looks like and feels like. So, Mike might be intimidating to them, but he's never been intimidating to me, because see, you guys forget that I gave Mike a run for his money for 5 years straight. Even all last year, when me and him was meeting up with each other, I would go to my Tarot Queen Jamila live channel and those other channels, and y'all didn't see how, and I wasn't just being ignorant. I wasn't doing the same thing he was doing. I was exposing Mike. I was exposing him for real stuff. Mike was trying to expose me for fake stuff. He was making that stuff up, embellishing it. So, and I'm not intimidated by Mike. You know what I'm saying? But that's probably because I've met him. He wants people to be intimidated by him, but you're not a scary dude. The dude showed up at your front door to let you know that nobody is afraid of you. And Mike bought that on himself. He has dropped people. You know that my documents first got dropped on Mike Mills' show? Fact. My address that I used to live at, my address got dropped on his show. Did y'all know that? Okay. So he's done some despicable things. Now he can't take the karma. Oh, you can dish it out, but you can't take it. So when the black sector dropped his documents, then all of a sudden he got paranoid. And all of a sudden he wanted to move. See, Mike wouldn't be able to survive 4 years of that, 5 years of that. I find it hilarious how, men will do certain stuff to affect women, but when the tables are turned. And he actually blamed me for his documents being dropped. I hadn't looked up his docs. That was somebody else that did that to him. That was actually one of his fake friends in the black sector that dropped his documents. So you've been doing that stuff to people, and now that it's being done to you, you want to scapegoat onto me. So, he's the one that brought that energy to his family. He did that because he kept bothering people. Me and Mike are two different people. We don't do the same thing. Mike Mills harasses people. and harasses people and harasses people. I don't harass people. I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? So, it just is what it is. Women, y'all gonna have to be stronger than that. And don't be intimidated by these dark-skinned black men. Like, he act like he big and black and everybody's supposed to be afraid of him. That's why I was proud of Cassandra for saying that she'd fight him. And I think Cassandra really would beat him up because Cassandra is probably taller than him. Cassandra's taller than me. That's a tall woman. She said she was only 5'5", but I don't know why they lie. She looks much taller. You can tell by the circumference of her chest and the length of her shoulders and her chest. There's no way that she's 5'5", otherwise then she's horribly disproportioned then. Because according to her proportions, that chick should be about 5'8". And so men want to attack us in our homes, lie on us, steal our identities, try to completely change the course of our lives. And you as a woman, you have the ability to get through that. And if you're having a hard time, we got stuff set into place for you. Because y'all been praying for something to happen, and so have I. And to be honest with you, I prayed for years and prayer didn't do nothing. I mean, prayer can do some things, but it depends. It depends on what your beliefs are. I'm a natural born witch, so I do things a lot differently. The problem is that when you conform to certain types of religion, you can end up being a sacrifice. I would say that 90% of people that consider themselves to be Christians are sacrifices, except for the pastors of the churches. Those are the ones that are not the sacrifices. That's the reason why men hold on to that religion. Why would you let go of your only power, which really to me is very weak? Because I feel like us as a society, as a human race, we need to get it together. You know what I'm saying? And especially when it's obvious, and then a lot of people will have this false outrage and they'll say, oh, I'm so concerned about the kids and they were shaming me. But did they ever think to shame Mike for what he did to my family? Nope. Nobody really. A few people did. A few people shamed him. But for a majority, especially the people watching his platform, they never really had any problem with him and what he was doing. They didn't care. So women, you've got to love your children and you have to carry them on your back, because that is what God, that's how it was set up. It was in the cards like that. And then you just go on from there and manifest your life as you want it. Don't you ever let no man dictate to you what happens to you. Because he sure was trying to be a dictator, and it was funny. Because can you imagine actually standing next to a little short man like that, trying to be a man, sitting up here saying that stuff, knowing he has Napoleon complex, sounding like a little 5-year-old that's mad that the woman beat him at the sandbox. And society will support women like that. That's why that lady that lady that was here earlier getting that reading. It's so easy to say, oh, I'm going to divorce. Wait till you do it. Watch how society does you. Unless you do something beforehand. If you getting ready to divorce a man, you better do a cord cutting, a hex removal, and also make sure that you customize some spell work to where he ain't able to turn folks against you. Because 9 times out of 10, that's what that man is going to do. And people won't even be asking him. They'll just go around talking about you. You know what I'm saying? They'll just, well, y'all notice how Mike would be explaining, but he would be explaining, he would be lying at the same time. A man that does that is weak. A real man is going to say, you know what? It didn't work out. I wish her well. Let's move on. That's what a real man does. Trust me, there's many of them out there. And their families are doing very well. Their families are not moving into apartments. They are upgrading. My spirits are upgrading me. The only way that I would be downgrading is if Mike was of any bloodline of mine or if he was my husband. That man ain't my husband. And I told him last night, I said, why should I have to downgrade to an apartment? And I've been planning to upgrade for 3 years and I need room to run my business. Why would I do that? I would be going in reverse. His son, one of the sons, sorry y'all, Jacob is jumping around the bed playing. One of his sons lives with his ex-wife's mother. So one of his sons had to live with the grandmother because Mike put him out. Okay. Which, if Mike is narcissistic as he is online, how do y'all know how he is with his family? You know what I'm saying? Because I know that he does not have a good relationship with his son. Yeah. Yeah, ain't that crazy? I have children by 2 different men from 2 different relationships, and my last child was, well, actually 3. So what? Men think they can judge us for that. How is that a judgment? Like a man say that and he says, flawless victory, and then the woman comes back and says, get over here. Men think if they say you got all these baby daddies, they think that that's some kind of kryptonite. I'm Superwoman. They think that's our kryptonite when they say something like that, and then they walk away. Flawless victory. A technical knockout. That ain't no technical knockout. It ain't flawless victory. They act like that's a technical knockout. Like having more than one father of your children is some kind of freaking thing that you have to be ashamed about. To be honest with you, those men are just jealous of the men that have had a chance with you and an opportunity with you, because if they had an opportunity with you, they would be trying to knock you up as well. Okay. So women, why do y'all let these men judge y'all? You know that my grandmother was married twice. My grandmother had children by 3 different men. So, did that make her any less of a woman? Did that make her any less of it just means that more than one man wanted her. And maybe she made the wrong decision. I can say that probably half of the human population of women, you know what I'm saying? Because we can't force these men to do what we want them to do. Because even when we leave them, they'll purposely not do what they're supposed to do as men. And I'm not saying that that's all men, because there's some men, if the relationship don't work out, you just, you move on with your life. You don't stand around for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, trying to ruin that woman's life. Spirit ain't gonna support that. And I can't wait to get out of this hotel room so that I can have my discussions without Jacob, kind of all in the background. But that's okay, because that's my son. Y'all gonna hear my baby. I have children. There are some people that don't want to hear children laughing about and playing. They feel like children should be seen and not heard. That's another thing that they taught you that was very oppressive. He's running around having fun. He jumping around all on the bed and stuff. He kicking it. He's happy. He has a reason to be happy. He's blessed. What, is he supposed to sit in the corner and feel like he should be punished? So, but yeah, it is kind of like this kid is loud. Watch out. Get off my headphones, Jakey. Why are you yelling like that? What are you doing? That is so weird. I don't know why he's doing that, y'all. Kids. Good Lord. Y'all know, you know what? I don't think y'all ever, like, y'all used to not really hearing Jacob this much in the background, but since I've been in this hotel, y'all been hearing all of his little, little kid stuff. Where's your mirror? Yeah, they don't like to hear happy kids. They don't like to, you know what I'm saying? They want kids to be, but normally Jacob be in his room or he be in the other room, and I'll be in my room and I'll be doing discussions and stuff. But you know that we change and all of that. That's been changed, okay? Anyway, y'all, the demon of patriarchy is destroyed. It's going to continue to show that it's not a man. It's going to say all kind of childish stuff, and only low-life childish women are actually going to go for that. We're going to move forward. And you know what? When we find men that are actually men, will we have to step outside of our selves? We can sit there and chill. But as long as we had these disgusting beta men stalking and harassing us, we had to go to war. So the war is over. We have declared a flawless victory over the demon of patriarchy and the demon of poverty. And that is it. And if you want some of these blessings, y'all know where to reach me, okay? Okay, what you see a demon in here? You see it? Yeah. Oh, you talking about by demon? Exactly. We're done with that. Okay. And so, women, you don't have to sit up here and argue and say, "Oh, this ain't fair. That ain't fair." Yeah, it's over. Everybody just needs to relax. I want you women to relax, and I want you to heal, because I went through a 2-week healing process so that I could get ready for this battle. I had a week-long battle with these demons. You hear me? And won. So y'all go through y'all healing processes and join that ritual because it's in 8 days. Okay. And then also, if you guys need to reach me for work, there is an abundance that is coming out of the sky right now. Y'all can sit there and be still all y'all want. But those of you that are ready to manifest now, and then especially those of you that, need cleanses, because you're going to know that you need cleanses with this Mercury retrograde. Usually Mercury retrograde only affects people that need cleanses bad, honestly, because what a cleanse will do is it will take away all of your fears. We also remove a lot of the implants, a lot of the limitations. We remove a lot of those, which, it's energy that is being energy that's being spoken to you that sort of affects your chakras to where it makes you feel like you can't survive without. Oh, I can't survive without a man. That's how a lot of women feel. And we're here to let you know that you can, because many of you are going to have to. Even those of you that think you're doing it 100%, the right way, give it about 5 or 10 years or maybe even less. You may find yourself out there looking for an extended stay to stay with because your husband went crazy. And let me tell you something, you can be a strong woman and you can even practice witchcraft to get your man to act right. But at the end of the day, that man still has free will. At the end of the day, he still has free will. He can do whatever he wants. He's got to deal with his own spirits and his own demons and his own fears. You can't always fix that for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, guys, I will see you later. I'm about to get me some food in me. Okay. So I hope that y'all eating well. If you guys ever have an issue like this, especially to where, you guys are going through it, like with a man, because you know what they tried to do? They tried to recreate an abusive relationship that could destroy me. Well, there's no relationship with that dude. And even if it was, I've already been there, done that. And then also, I'm about 17 years wiser. You see what I'm saying? All right, y'all. I will see y'all later. Love and light.